The NRA convention is in full swing this afternoon in downtown with President Trump and Vice President Mike Pence in town to kick everything off.
News 8 has been following both men all day long. We have team coverage of the event tonight, and we start tonight's broadcast with News 8's Richard Essex, who has been with the President and Vice President at Lucas Oil Stadium. Richard.
Well, it is rare to have both the President and the Vice President in the same place at the same time. But this makes 3 years in a row that both men have shown up at the NRA convention. Last year they were together in Dallas, and then in 2016 it was candidate Trump that was at the convention to accept their nomination and to get their endorsement, and Governor Pence was there also to speak. Now, today Vice President Pence stepped right into a very familiar role as the champion for this administration. The Vice President wasted no time taking shots at the Democrats for their attempts to push gun control legislation.
The men and women of the NRA, the stakes have never been higher. The choice has never been clearer. It won't be enough just to win the next election. We've got to win the next generation. And this is our challenge. It won't be easy, but it never has been. We are ready to stand with all of you and fight to defend and expand freedom for every American.
It started with that one.
In the last 2 years than any president in American history. We've unleashed.
Vice President Pence continued to work the crowd as if this were a campaign stop, telling those attending the NRA leadership forum that President Trump is taking a stand for the Second Amendment.
Truth is, we live in a time when freedom is under assault. And it's not just the freedom that the NRA so nobly defends, but the freedom to live, to work, to worship God are all being threatened by the radical left every day. It's true. And the same people who threaten your right to self-defense want to stifle our economy by raising taxes and increasing regulation.
The Vice President spoke before the President this morning. The President took the stage for about an hour. He wrapped up his speech about 12:30. He hit on a very hot-button piece of legislation, some regulation that the NRA has been after for years, and he signed something that he's sending to Congress. We'll have that for you coming up at 6 o'clock. In downtown Indianapolis, Richard Essex, Wish TV, News 8.
Richard, thank you for that look inside. It was a much different scene outside the convention center.
Groups protesting during Pence and Trump's speeches today at the convention center. Wish TV Sierra Hignite continues our team coverage live in downtown. Sierra.
Yeah, guys, it wasn't a large group today protesting, but their message was clear. About 30 people marched from the State House down to Lucas Oil Stadium. And though most protesters' motive was different behind why they came out today, the overall message was the same, especially when it came to gun safety in schools. Many voiced their concerns about school safety and the idea of teachers being armed. Those I spoke with told me they believe adding more guns in schools would only cause more problems. Other protesters out here wanted tighter regulations on who can legally purchase a firearm, suggesting background checks for all firearm purchases and other avenues that they say would keep guns out of the wrong people's hands.
Lost three former students due to gun violence. I'm just fed up with it. I think that there should not be guns in schools. There should be fewer guns in schools rather than more. And I think that just the more guns you have in a space that you know about, the more tense and stressed out people get.
We've got mass shootings everywhere, and our president thinks that we should speak at the NRA. I don't understand when our children are dying in schools.
Now, though the city banned the giant Donald Trump baby balloon from appearing near the conference, protesters brought smaller versions of the balloon that gained quite a bit of attention from passerbys and even brought a few people in to join in on the march. Now, the police presence was strong in the protesting area and along the march, and for the most part, the march stayed pretty peaceful. Now, Mom Demands Action, they were not in attendance today physically. Instead, on a conference call earlier this week, I spoke to them and they said rather than physically protesting today, they put up signs around downtown and near the NRA convention, and they'll be holding